Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're peeling back the sticker on a really specific piece of hardware.
A very specific box. The NTI SPLITMUX-VWC-4HDLC multi-format HD video wall controller.
Right. And it has a pretty hefty price tag. We're talking over $1,100.
Yeah.
So the first thing we need to understand is, what's its mission?
Exactly. And the mission here is to show you why this is so much more than just a basic splitter.
Okay.
This device is really a critical tool for digital signage. Think of it as a triple threat. It's a video wall controller, a video splitter, and a converter/switch all in one.
Okay, so let's unpack that. The core function at its simplest level.
Okay.
It takes one input.
One input, right. That could be HDMI, VGA, or even composite.
And it just spreads that single signal across 4 1080p HDMI monitors. So that's your standard 2x2 grid.
That's the baseline. But the real power, the reason you pay for this is the expansion.
Yeah.
The 2x2 is just the start. For these major installations, you have to be able to scale. And what's really fascinating is that you can cascade just 2 of these processors together.
Just 2.
Just 2. And you can immediately build a video wall up to 3x3. That's 9 screens, all from a single system architecture.
That scalability, that's definitely the key to justifying the cost. But realistically, when you cascade them, are you losing anything? Is there a trade-off in latency or performance?
Pretty much none. And that's the whole point of specialized hardware like this. It's built for that fluid real-time performance.
Got it.
Plus, you get this huge amount of physical flexibility. It supports, well, basically any orientation you'd want. The standard 4x1 landscape.
Or a 1x4 portrait like you see in retail.
Exactly. Or 1x2, 2x1. It handles them all.
And to keep the image looking right across all those monitors, I'm guessing the bezel compensation is vital.
Oh, absolutely. Just think about walking past a massive video wall in, say, a corporate lobby. If the image doesn't line up perfectly across those physical gaps between the screens, the whole effect is just ruined.
It looks cheap.
Totally. So the bezel compensation here is versatile. It just automatically adjusts for any frame width. The image looks seamless. It's essential for professional branding.
Seamless is one thing, but it also has to be fast, right? Which brings us to the tech specs. We're talking bandwidth up to 225 megahertz.
Which is about 6.75 gigabits per second.
And that speed, that's not just a number. That's what gets you that smooth 60 frames per second video, isn't it?
It is. It's what eliminates lag and artifacting. It means zero interruption, which is so crucial when a system is running 200/7 in an airport or something.
The color capability is another thing that stood out to me. It supports X.V color and Adobe RGB color. Why should you, as the installer, really care about those?
Well, because for high-end retail or, an art gallery, a standard color profile just won't cut it. It compromises the brand's look.
So the colors aren't quite right.
Not quite right. These advanced color depths make sure the greens are exactly the greens they're supposed to be. It allows for color-critical display. Plus, you get support for Dolby True HD and DTS-D master audio.
And lip sync support, so the audio always matches perfectly.
Always.
Now, here's a feature that seems like a massive logistical advantage. The built-in USB media player.
That simplifies things in the field so much. You can just load your content, H.264 video, JPEGs, MP3s, straight onto a USB drive.
So you don't even need a separate source computer.
You don't. Think about a remote retail display or an outdoor kiosk. Running a dedicated PC is expensive. It creates another point of failure. Here, you just plug and play.
And speaking of plugging things in, this device is truly ready for almost anything. It really lives up to that multi-format name.
It does. You have your standard HDMI. You have the 15-pin for VGA. But they also included an RCA composite jack.
For older legacy formats.
Right, for PAL, NTSC, SECAM. It's basically a converter built in because so many places still have older source material or control systems. This box bridges that gap.
So how do you manage all this complexity? If this thing is running a display on a massive trade show floor.
You've got 3 main options. You can control it over Ethernet, through an RS-232 serial port, or just with the included IR remote.
The Ethernet and serial ports let you tie it into bigger building control systems, I imagine.
For sure. For real-time adjustments and scheduling. It makes it really powerful.
Excellent. The takeaway is pretty clear. This is built for serious, complex AV installations.
It is. And that actually brings me to a final sort of provocative thought for you to mull over. We mentioned cable distances.
Right.
The input is limited to HDMI cables up to 25 feet. But the outputs, It can support HDMI cables up to 100 feet.
100 feet, that's a huge difference.
It is. It means you can stick the controller itself in a secure server closet way down the hall from the actual video wall. It's a huge plus for security and maintenance.
So here's the question.
Here's the question. Why are they so generous on the output but so much shorter on the input? What problem is the hardware solving for on that output side? And what does that tell you about how to design these big, long-distance AV solutions? Something to think about.